on Nova 100.
You're on the air with Jason Lauren. Clint's here from the newsroom as well. Also, do we have to stand? Or I suppose he doesn't have the job just yet.
No.
Not yet.
Please welcome the potential new Lord Mayor of Melbourne, Koutoufides.
Thank you very much. Great to be here, everyone.
Anthony Koutoufides.
Certainly don't have to stand.
Hey, do you know when I know that somebody's up for the task, up for the challenge?
How?
They've got two phones.
Oh,
I've always had that, though.
Anthony Koutoufides, two phones.
That's a sign of somebody ready to get into politics.
Well, there's a couple of guys going up and down Chapel Street on a Saturday night that are ready to get into politics then.
Seriously. Have you got a family phone and a business phone?
Yes, I do. Yes. So the business phone I've had for a long time now, since retiring from football. The other one's more of a private one, yeah.
Yeah, right. Mate, first question, why?
Yeah, well, it is a good question. It's the love of the Melbourne, the city. I mean, we can all see what's going on there right now. And when I first got introduced and got spoken to, I thought, politics, I don't know anything about it. So
someone came to you. This wasn't your idea.
Correct, yes. But like I've seen what's been occurring in the city, and it's not a good thing. And we're talking like city Docklands is a ghost town.
Yeah.
Around Lygon Street, the place that I grew up, and they're all screaming down there of what's going on. So there's a lot of work to do. I don't know over the years how it's slowly unfolded to this, the most livable city in the world, to what it's become now. It's very sad to see. We don't want it to occur. Like, I think Carlton Football Club culture, right? It's 70s, 80s, 90s. I get there in the 90s, unbelievable. But you can lose culture overnight. Like we did at Carlton. It's been almost 30 years since our last premiership. And if we take our city for granted, this is what can happen. And so there's a lot of work to do. And I'm no politician, as you know, but I feel like the team that I've got now and the team we're building, who have a passion and love for this city, to be able to do things and bring people back, is really exciting.
Well, you know what's really cool about...
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
About this mayoral election, because there's a few people in the running, is that everyone is so passionate about our city, which we are too. Like, I love Melbourne, and we've got friends who have restaurants in the city, and they're struggling so desperately because we're not going into the city anymore. How are you going to get people back into the CBD?
Look, I've had numerous amount of phone calls. I mean, there's restaurants that have been there for 30 years that have closed down. I think there's a lot of people that have probably got 6 to 12 months left before they just go, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
People in South Bank reaching out to me as well. And so it's a really difficult time. The car parking's a mess. I mean, car parking.
How are you going to fix it?
Well, we're going to, after 6:30, you don't have to pay for car parks to get into the city.
Love that.
Genius.
We're bringing back the way that people want to come in. I mean, why should families have to pay to come in later on?
Because parking in the city
is a nightmare.
And it's a fortune.
Yeah.
Absolute
it is.
fortune.
That's right. I mean, we're reviewing the bike lanes because the bike lanes have been there, but like you sit there in traffic and you wonder how many people actually utilise. I'm a big advocate for health and fitness. I want it. I'll do things for PT and get the people out there to train, but we've got to look at it. I mean, if it's affecting businesses, it's affecting, flow.
The bike lane stopped some parking as well, right?
Yeah,
That's
correct.
taken away
Yeah,
parking.
and it's dangerous too. Sometimes when you want to turn left or you're unsure, there's bikes.
Where do you sit on the scooters?
Well, that's the other one too. The thing I don't like about it is when I walk around the city and see him trashed. I don't think that's respectable. I grew up in a time where we respected people and respected things that were given to us. And if we take it for granted, I don't like that.
So Nick Rees has pulled the pin on the scooters. Nick Rees being the current mayor.
Yeah.
Do you agree with what he's done?
Well, the thing is, I speaking in the other network before, I mean, in Europe, everything's done in an orderly manner. And if we can do that, I would look at it. We need to put some guidelines and rules. But I think of the elderly people too, and how often they've spoken to me going, these hooligans just zooming past them and things like that. It's not good for the city.
I get that. But put in real, because we were saying last week, Lauren and I, it's working in every other country around the world. Are we turning into nanas here in Melbourne?
Does it say something about us?
Rather than just saying no, just implement harsher penalties.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, and that might be the thing that actually stops them from happening, So,
it's just back on Hospo. Are we going to see any of these pop up around the city?
You're hungry? You want something to eat? I've got something for you. Here you go. What? You want a souvlaki?
Are we going to see Curtis Souvlaki huts popping up on the street?
Mate, you never know. You never know. It's certainly not. I haven't thought about it.
Jingle. Well, it's one of the things that, when you enter politics and you enter this kind of part of your life, people dig things up. People get skeletons out of the closet. Is there anything that you're like, I'm just going to put my cards on the table and say, hey, guys, don't worry about digging this up. I'm already giving it to you.
Gladiators, for instance.
Gladiators was one, yeah. No,
Any regrets?
Souvlaki Huddy's the other one.
Sorry, I didn't know you were a gladiator.
He was at Kuta, was it? Kuta?
Yeah, I was a gladiator, yeah, back in 2008. Kuta, the Greek god, touched by the gods, they
Is
said.
that what you were?
He was very good at the
Kuta,
corner.
the Greek god.
I probably shouldn't have said that, but anyway,
Hang
yeah,
on,
I
hang
was.
on. Are we talking OG gladiators or the
No,
relaunch?
no.
The relaunch.
Yeah.
Oh, the relaunch.
Yeah.
That
Wasn't
didn't go
quite-
well, did it?
No, it wasn't quite as good as the original, no.
So is there skeletons or have you paid people off?
No, all good.
What do you think your chances are? Because it is quite competitive. I know Aaron Wood, he's got Erin Deering as his deputy
too.
Lord Mayor, and I love her.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of women are will really like having her in a leadership position.
Yeah.
What do you think your chances are? Who's in your team and what are your
Who's your deputy? Is it Ange Christou?
Yeah, well, Ange unfortunately has gone overseas, so he hasn't got time for it. But Ange is always around. Intaj Khan, he's one who's led Wyndham Council for 8 years, and Gladys Lou's the other one. She's been around for a long, long time, and I love the fact that she's part of the team now too. She's just that real, let's go.
So Gladys was a local member out in the east, wasn't she? A Liberal member out in the east.
She's been in politics for a long, long time, yes.
I love that people are talking about the Lord Mayor. I don't ever remember a year where I'm like, oh, we're going for a new Lord Mayor.
John So, he was our bro.
Yeah,
wasn't
I
he?
remember John
I
So.
remember
was our
John
bro.
So. And then there was some dude that took advantage of the council bar and got ousted, I remember.
There was a few issues with Robert Doyle.
Yeah,
Doyle.
that was the one.
But I love that people are talking about it
Yeah.
again because people are quite passionate about bringing our city back to life, which, look, COVID killed Melbourne CBD. There's no doubt about it. People aren't working back in their offices in the city as much. It's tough in the CBD.
It is, and I think, if it continues on this pathway, who knows where we'll be in another year or two. I mean, there's got to be a lot of changes. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a slow process, but things have to be done ASAP, and if you don't do it, then, it just gets worse and worse.
Hey, we got you. What's going on with the Blue Baggers?
Mate,
We thought it was there.
We're back.
They're going to sneak into September, aren't they?
Yeah, it looks like it, yeah.
But are they making up the numbers, Kuta?
Well, it's funny because football, what a year it's been, right? Up and
I know,
down.
it's crazy.
And
It's bizarre.
Strange year.
there'll be one quarter that a team will play well that then it progresses them on to the next week and all of a sudden they're stars. Like, you look at Carlton last year, round 15, I wrote them off. They had one good game against Gold Coast and almost went on to play in the grand final. Everything is open.
Are they
but
a
right
chance?
now... I'm going to say because I'm a Carlton man, but anyway, everyone who's in the
That's a
8 is a chance, but obviously the top
is a
four's a
no.
lot.
You didn't say.
No, it wasn't very convincing, was it?
Would Christian Petrarca look good in navy blue?
Oh, mate, would he ever? Then pencil us in then for a premiership for sure if he was to come across. What a wonderful play he is. Unbelievable.
Isn't
You
he?
sound like you bloody drive down there and pick him up if he needs a lift.
I reckon there'd be
I
plenty
would.
of
be your
Carlton
deputy
players that
mayor.
would.
That's right.
Hey, good luck, Kuta.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you
on
so
you,
much,
Peter.
everyone.
And
Appreciate
please get our city back to its
it. I
sparkling.
will. I'll do my best. I will.
He'd look good in the robes, wouldn't he, Kuta?
He would. You know what? You speak very well. You're on the right track, like Lauren said.
Have you ever been the king of Moomba?
No, I haven't.
So if you lose the mayoral job, let's go for that.
Yeah, well, it's not a bad
Don't know
thing.
if he'd
Yeah,
look
why
good in
not?
that colourful hat.
Gonna be a good day. Jason Lauren. Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials. Nova.